Basic appraisal procedures, page 172. As was mentioned earlier in the text, the reporting option is determined with the client based on the intended user and the intended use of the appraisal. Various land forms are available and are widely used and preferred by many lenders for vacant parcels. In most cases, though, a narrative format is still the most used format for presenting a non-residential appraisal. A narrative appraisal report will lead the reader through the important elements of the appraisal to appraisal conclusion in an orderly and systematic format. USPAP does not dictate the style or suggest a specific method other than the level of content and detail, but generally, a narrative appraisal report will include a written narrative addressing various elements in several sections. 1. Forward. Table of contents. Letter of transmittal. Executive summary. 2. Problem identification and scope of work. Reporting option and format. Client and other intended users. Intended use. Type and definition of value. Effective date. Date of the report. Date of inspection. Relevant characteristics of the property and rights appraised. Assignment conditions including general assumptions, limiting conditions, hypothetical conditions, extraordinary assumptions, scope of work. 3. Research. Property identification, legal description, sales and listing history, neighborhood, market area description, location characteristics, description of land, description of improvements. Page 173. Taxes and assessments, zoning and regulations, exposure time, marketability data. 4. Analysis and conclusions, highest and best use analysis, valuation analysis, land, cost, sales comparison, income, reconciliation and final value opinion conclusion, appraiser's sign certification. 5. Addenda and exhibits, maps, demographic and statistics data, leases, cost estimates if applicable, appraiser's qualifications, other attachments. Important points. Client/appraiser communication is important in the problem identification stage to avoid misunderstandings of an assignment and its purpose/use. A narrative format is the most widely used reporting method for non-residential appraisals. 3. Sample commercial applications. The purpose of this chapter is to provide an overview of some of the challenges of non-residential appraisal not typically found with residential assignments, problem-solving methodology, and techniques. We have also discussed terminology and elements of property description and analysis of non-residential appraisal practice. This final section introduces a few typical non-residential application scenarios. As you work through the case studies, think about the problem areas, how the problem can be solved, and issues relevant to each scenario.